Pick out the wrong statement. A. For the compressible cake voidage, the specific resistance of the cake can be assumed to be constant. B. Cake resistance is independent of the pressure drop. C. Crushing of explosive materials are done by employing dry grinding. D. Gyratory crusher is a coarse crusher. The correct answer is cake resistance is independent of the pressure drop. Which of the following oxides is not present in hematite iron ore? A. Titanium oxide. B. Calcium oxide. C. Cobalt oxide. D. Manganese oxide. The correct answer is cobalt oxide. Ribbon blenders are exclusively meant for A. Blending miscible liquids. B. Non-flowing powder and thin pastes. C. Bath mixing. D. Continuous mixing. The correct answer is non-flowing powder and thin pastes. In closed-circuit grinding as compared to open-circuit grinding, the A. Specific surface of product is more. B. Product has lesser size uniformity. C. Production rate at a given limiting size is lower. D. Operation is economical. The correct answer is operation is economical. Pick out the correct statement. A. Angle of repose is always greater than the angle of slide. B. A hopper is a small bin with a sloping bottom. C. A silo is a short height vessel of very large diameter used for the storage of high volatile matter coal. D. Pine oil is used as a modifying agent for activating or depressing the adsorption of filming agents in froth flotation process. The correct answer is a hopper is a small bin with a sloping bottom. Gelatinous solid which plug the septum can be filtered by a filter. A. Sparkler. B. Plate and frame. C. Vacuum leaf. D. Precoat. The correct answer is precoat. During the washing of cake, A. All the resistances are constant. B. Filter medium resistance increases. C. Filter medium resistance decreases. D. Cake resistance decreases. The correct answer is all the resistances are constant. The opening of a 200 mesh screen Taylor series is A. 0.0074 cm. B. 0.0074 mm. C. 0.0047 cm. D. 74 millimicrons. The correct answer is 0.0074 cm. A gravity decanter is meant for the separation of two density. A. Immiscible liquids of different. B. Miscible liquids of different. C. Immiscible liquids of same. D. Miscible liquids of same. The correct answer is immiscible liquids of different. The most suitable filter for the removal of very small amount of precipitate from very large volumes of water is the filter. A. Vacuum. B. Sand. C. Plate frame. D. Rotary. The correct answer is sand. Activators are those chemicals which help buoying up one mineral in preference to the other in the froth flotation process. Which of the following is an activator? A. Cressylic acid. B. Copper sulfate. C. Calcium carbonate. D. Sodium carbonate. The correct answer is copper sulfate. Are mixed using ribbon blenders. A. Lumpy solids and low viscosity liquids. B. Dry powders. C. High viscosity liquids. D. Thick pastes. The correct answer is dry powders. During agitation of liquids, the A. Froude number is independent for the curves between power number and Reynolds number in baffled system. B. Power number becomes independent of impeller's Reynolds number at high Reynolds number but is dependent on the geometry of the impeller. C. Froude number is used to account for the effect of surface, e.g. the center vortex on the power number. D. All A, B and C. The correct answer is all A, B, and C. For crushing of solids, the Rittingers law states that the work required for crushing is proportional to A, the new surface created, B, the size reduction ratio, C, the change in volume due to crushing, D, none of these. The correct answer is the new surface created. In a size reduction crushing operation, feed size is 300 to 1500 mm, while the product size is 100 to 300 mm. This is a case of the crushing A, secondary, B, fine, C, primary, D, ultra-fine. The correct answer is primary. As per Taggarts formula, the capacity kghr of jaw gyratory crushers for gapes of 10 to 60 cms is equal to where a length of feed opening cms is maximum width of discharge opening cms, A, ls, B, 93 ls, C, 250 ls, D, ls. The correct answer is 93 ls. The process by which fine solids is removed from liquids is termed as A, decantation, B, flocculation, C, sedimentation, D, classification. The correct answer is sedimentation. Which of the following crushing laws is most accurately applicable to the fine grinding of materials? A, Bond's crushing law, B, Kick's law, C, Rittingers law, D, none of these. The correct answer is Rittingers law. Shell and leaf filter as compared to plate and frame filter. A, entails less labor cost, B, facilitates filtration under higher pressure, C, provides more effective washing, D, all ABC. The correct answer is all ABC. Metallic wire mesh is used as a filtering medium for the separation of dust from dust laden gas in case of A, air filter, B, bag filter, C, Venturi scrubber, D, hydrocyclones. The correct answer is air filter. Which of the following is a coarse crusher? A, smooth roll crusher, B, toothed roll crusher, C, gyratory crusher, D, tube mill. The correct answer is gyratory crusher. Sorting classifiers employing differential settling methods for separation of particles make use of the differences in their A, particle sizes, B, densities, C, terminal velocities, D, none of these. The correct answer is terminal velocities. Separation of particles of various sizes, shapes, and densities by allowing them to settle in a fluid is called A, classification, B, froth flotation, C, thickening, D, clarification. The correct answer is classification. The specific cake resistance for incompressible sludges is where P, pressure drop over cake. A, P, B, 1P, C, P, D, independent of P. The correct answer is independent of P. To produce talcum powder, use A, ball mill, B, hammer mill, C, jet mill, D, pin mill. The correct answer is ball mill. Angle of nip of the crushing rolls does not depend upon the A, diameter of the rolls, B, speed of the rolls, C, product size, D, feed size. The correct answer is speed of the rolls. Paddle agitator. A, is suitable for mixing low viscosity liquids. B, produces axial flow. C, moves at very high speed. D, none of these. The correct answer is suitable for mixing low viscosity liquids. Pick out the wrong statement. A, more commonly used jaw crusher between Dodge jaw crusher and Blake jaw crusher is the later one. B, there are only 4 methods, namely compression, impact, attrition, and cutting, which the size reduction equipments employ. C. Cutting machines mainly employ attrition for size reduction of solids. D. Operating principles of Dodge and Blake jaw crushers are combined in the working of universal jaw crushers. The correct answer is cutting machines mainly employ attrition for size reduction of solids. Gummy sticky materials like molasses, sugar, etc. are best transported handled by using a conveyor. A. Drag. B. Ribbon. C. Screw. D. Slat. The correct answer is ribbon. Soft non-abrasive materials can be made into fines by A. Attrition. B. Compression. C. Cutting. D. None of these. The correct answer is attrition. In constant pressure filtration, A. Resistance decreases with time. B. Rate of filtration is constant. C. Rate of filtration increases with time. D. Rate of filtration decreases with time. The correct answer is rate of filtration decreases with time. The critical speed of a tram Ln is related to its DRD as A. N. B. Nd. C. Nd. D. N. The correct answer is N. Which of the following minerals is not subjected to magnetic separation method? A. Rutile. B. Galena. C. Chromite. D. Siderite. The correct answer is galena. Which of the following is not a revolving tumbling mill used for size reduction? A. Compartment mill. B. Pebble mill. C. Cage mill. D. Rod mill. The correct answer is cage mill. Which of the following achieves the least reduction ratio for a given feed size? A. Jaw crusher. B. Roll crusher. C. Cone crusher. D. Gyratory crusher. The correct answer is roll crusher. A fluid energy mill is used for A. Cutting. B. Grinding. C. Ultra grinding. D. Crushing. The correct answer is ultra grinding. Filtration should be stopped in a filter press if the A. Cake becomes very dense. B. Liquor stops flowing out to the discharge. C. Filtration pressure rises suddenly. D. Both up C. The correct answer is both up C. For coarse reduction of hard solids use A. Impact. B. Attrition. C. Compression. D. Cutting. The correct answer is compression. In a size reduction crushing operation, feed size is 100 to 300 millimeters, while the product size is 10 to 50 millimeters. This is a case of the crushing A. Primary. B. Secondary. C. Fine. D. Ultra fine. The correct answer is secondary. Traces of liquid tar fog present in coke oven gas is separated using A. Electrostatic precipitator. B. Cyclone separator. C. Strainer. D. None of these. The correct answer is electrostatic precipitator. Closed-circuit grinding by a ball mill with air sweeping employs A. Classifier. B. Cyclone separator between mill classifier. C. Both A. B. D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A. B. Work index is the gross energy kWh ton of feed necessary to reduce a very large feed to such a size that 80 of product particles will pass through a 0.1 mm screen. The value of work index determined for wet grinding should be multiplied with to get the same for dry grinding. A. 1.0. B. 0.5. C. 1.34. D. 4.34. The correct answer is 1.34. Choke crushing in case of a jaw crusher compared to free crushing. A. Results in increased capacity. B. Consumes less power. C. Consumes more power. D. Both A and C. The correct answer is consumes more power. The specific surface of spherical particles is proportional to where dp diameter of particle A d2p, b dp, c1 dp, d1 d2p. The correct answer is 1 dp. Wheat is ground into flour in A hammer crusher, B roller crusher, C impact mill, D fluid energy mill. The correct answer is roller crusher. Gravity stamp mill is meant for the crushing A primary, B intermediate, C fine, D ultra fine. The correct answer is fine. Washability curve based on float and sink test enables an assessment to be made of the possibility of cleaning a coal fraction based on the A density separation, B differential wettability, C size, D volatile matter content. The correct answer is density separation. Toothed roll crushers achieve size reduction by A tearing shear and compression, B impact and attrition, C both A B, D neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A B. Pick out the wrong statement. A magnetic separation method can be employed to treat both dry wet ores. B reduction ratio in crushing operation is defined as the ratio of minimum feed size to the maximum product size. C gyratory crusher is used for coarse crushing. D screens are of stationary moving and vibratory types. The correct answer is reduction ratio in crushing operation is defined as the ratio of minimum feed size to the maximum product size.